I'm Charles Cowling. I'm 51 and I live in Bolton. I used to run a little at university and at school and afterwards for a few years, but life just got too busy. I was too many other things to do. I was married, got children, had a job, very busy job, and haven't done any running for years until about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I started running again. Did my first ever marathon 2 years ago. I've only still ever run one marathon. And now I'm going to try and run 10 marathons in 10 days. So I haven't done a great deal. I'm getting back into running 2 or 3 times a week at the moment.
So the training's going well then?
Training's going okay. I had an injury last year which I'm still recovering,
yeah.
still niggling and recovering from. And I discovered, unlike when I used to run at school and university, it takes a bit longer to recover from injuries. Now I'm a bit older, so it's a bit tougher these days. So I've got to take it a bit careful. I have to make sure my training is a bit more gentle than it used to be.
But I mean, given that background, why on earth the 10 in 10 then?
Well, a few things. I mean, I love the idea of a challenge of pushing back. I mean, I wasn't quite sure I could do a marathon, and to do that 2 years ago and do it a lot easier than I thought I would be able to. I felt quite comfortable at the end of it. I quite enjoyed that. Tried to do it because I deliberately paced it fairly gently. So I thought, right, well, maybe I could do something like this. And then the other big thing for me is the charity side. This year I'm master of a livery company in London, and one of the big things that the livery companies do is charitable fundraising and charitable activity. And I thought, well, this is a great opportunity whilst I'm master to do something that probably no master has even contemplated, and do this, run 10 marathons and try and use it to as a big charity fundraising.
So, I mean, what is it about Brave in particular and supporting disadvantaged young children that sort of appeals to you?
There's a lot of things that appeal. I mean, which I saw when I first came here 2 years ago. I'm a great believer in education. I'm a great believer in looking to the future and doing what we can for children. My wife works with children, and so I feel they're our future, and if we get that bit of our society right, there's hope for the future. And also it hit a very resonant chord with me when I read what they did here. That the kids that struggle at school or fall out for some other for whatever reason and get into trouble, that you can turn them around. I've seen what places, outward bound centres do for my own children, and how much they love coming to places like this, and to give other children the opportunity, and then use that to encourage leadership skills and encourage teamwork and respect for each other. It really struck me as a really great thing to be doing. And then when you look at the basic finances and the equations there, and it becomes very obvious that we should do a lot more of this, because it's far cheaper to sort out the kids before they get into trouble than have to pick up the pieces afterwards.
The actuarial skills coming in.
Absolutely.
And then, I mean, looking forward to the event, I mean, what are you most looking forward to?
Finishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm still a bit nervous, not being really anything like an athlete or a runner, that I feel I could be susceptible to injury. I worried 2 years ago that I wouldn't be able to make a single marathon. To contemplate doing 10 is a little worrying. I mean, I'm looking forward to just the event as it is. I mean, I think it will be a great fun thing to do.
I'll remind you of that.
Yes, do. I walked the coast to coast last year.
Yeah.
And took a bunch of actuaries walking across, and that was great fun. And that was doing it day after day after day for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not as far as running a marathon every day, but it was still quite a challenging thing, and you felt really good at the end of it. Now I'm not quite. Yeah, this is going to strain things in a very different way, but I'm certainly looking forward to the end. But I'm genuinely looking forward to the event as it is. I mean, I don't intend to really push for fast times. I want to just
want to
get through it and enjoy it.
Yeah,
enjoy it as I do it.
But that's good. That's a really good attitude. And then, just probably the hardest question I'm going to ask you actually, if you can sum up looking forward to the event, sort of your feelings in one word. Okay, just one word. What word would you choose?
Trepidation.
Trepidation. Yeah.
I mean, I am looking forward to it, and there is an excitement.
Yeah.
And another word might excitement, because I think the idea of trying to do something that physically I've never come remotely close to is exciting.
Yeah.
And challenging. But all of that is tinged definitely with trepidation. Yeah.